This is the Business of Leadership Series Minute with your host, the best-selling author of Don't Buy a Duck and founder of MarketingStrategyHero.com, Derek Champagne.
We have an expert today. She's a business productivity coach, certified 12-week year trainer, Teresa McCloy. Welcome to the program today.
Thanks, Derek. It's exciting to be here with you and your audience today.
Tell me, if you don't mind, I get excited about the 12-week year. Talk to us a little bit about that for a minute and what you do with the 12-week year.
Well, the 12-week year, sometimes just the title itself, people are like you said, you can go, what?
Right.
I went from 12 months and now you want me to do it in 12 weeks.
Right.
And so that alone, even for myself, when I started using the program, kind of took me by surprise. But it really is, and Brian would tell you the same thing, nothing new under the sun. It's just putting it into a system and a process, finding out what your long-term visions are. What are my long-term visions? Putting into some goals, into a plan, into a process.
Right.
Learning how to, manage that then into a week, and working that out then over a 12-week period. What are the tactics and things that I need to do in the next 12 weeks to move me towards some very specific goals? And I think that's the key to the 12-week year. We're used to working with, 20 to 30 balls in the air at the same time. Mm-hmm. And the 12-week year really encourages us, just look at 2 or 3 specific tactics. Or 2 or 3 specific goals, and
right.
Put those tactics into place. I don't know if you're familiar with the history of the 12-week year and how it ties back to something called periodization, which is what athletes used to use to train or still do. Like an Olympic athlete, I'm going to focus on this muscle group for this amount of time. And then I'm going to move on to the next thing. And I'm not really going to worry about what I'm not doing. I'm just going to focus on what I am doing right now in these, in this period of time. So it has a long history, and Brian and Mike just took that concept and put it into kind of a model of time use that really became effective for a lot of people.
Yeah, so a couple things that stood out to me. One is, you talked early on about how a lot of entrepreneurs or that wiring get distracted. So one thing it did for me is it made me focus.
Yes.
And that was a big deal. So, I've got a successful company and a couple other projects going on, a couple other businesses, and we've got a team we're leading. And so the first thing it did is it made me focus on a few things that we were going to accomplish. And instead of the 50, I was able to move a few things off. And I did that in my professional and personal life. And I was able to sit down with my wife and say, hey, here's the personal goals that I think we could look at for the next 12 weeks. One was health related, but one was savings and debt reduction. And we got on the same page with it for that 12 weeks. And every single week, without fail, we got results on it. And we did the same thing for my team. And so I came with our sales, and I bought a book for our entire team, and our account managers read some chapters of it, and they read those and so I'm gonna be talking to you after the show about how you can help us implement it more effectively. But just from what I brushed against, it was amazing. We're finishing our second 12-week year right now. In fact, we're stealing an extra week next week because we need that 13th week. And we are going to have hit our sales goals for our agency two periods in a row.
That's
like we went through 2 years, and we're going to do it again. And then at that 13th week, I get to take time off.
Yes.
And I'm doing that. And so I'm still learning how to do it. That's why we're talking to you today. To learn better. But I'm just so impressed with picking a system and sticking with it. And my team was relieved. They're great. This guy's not coming in with a whole new new way of doing things every 6 weeks. We're going to stick with this for 12 weeks, and we can all get behind that. And what momentum and results you get when you hit those lead indicators like that. Derek Champagne here. So many exciting things happening in 2019. Join us. Visit DerekChampagne.com.